Thank you for coming to the legislative briefing this morning on sustainable business. My name is Janna, and I am the director of a program called the Colorado Alliance of Sustainable Business Associations. And if that's a mouthful, you just need to remember CASBA. CASBA is a program of the Alliance for Sustainable Colorado. Our nonprofit organization works to foster collaboration throughout the state of Colorado on sustainability, and I invite you to come to our office building if you haven't seen the Alliance Center. It's on Wynkoop and 15th Street, a 6-story, 100-year-old building that's LEED certified, that has 30 nonprofit groups working on issues of sustainability. So we allow you to walk through and take tours, and I can always give a guided tour as well. I'm grateful to Senator Mary Hodge this morning for sponsoring this room and this briefing. Thank you. And also to the Alliance for Sustainable Colorado. And I'm grateful to everyone who's here this morning, as well as sponsors that I'll acknowledge in a minute. We're here today to share some policy ideas. In addition, our intent is to also build relationships with each other and with our representatives and senators. So getting you to the Capitol this morning was the biggest hurdle. The next step is to listen, internalize these ideas, and then talk to your legislators about what we can really do to change policy. At the first legislative briefing that we held in 2005, Senator Gordon spoke, and he mentioned that he would be interested in considering green building legislation. Well, it's been fun that in the 5-year history now, Senate Bill 57 was passed, and now all state-funded buildings are intended to be green, and they've chosen LEED Gold for their certification level for the state buildings. So this briefing has had some impacts, and I can't tell you how many people have made connections and other things have occurred since then. I want to thank the representatives and senators who are in attendance. So far, I've met Representative Marostica. Thank you for coming. Representative Solano's here, thank you. And Representative Fisher is here, thank you for coming in. Is there anyone I've missed who walked in without getting to say hi? Representative Heath, thank you for coming in. Senator Heath, excuse me. The name is still new. The title is new. We do expect other legislators eventually, and as you know, they're busy in committee hearings, and then they're on their way to the chambers at 9 a.m. Rather than look at the financial bottom line of a business decision or a policy, we're asking legislators to consider the triple bottom line. If you haven't heard of the triple bottom line, it's the policy or the decision that benefits people, planet, and profit. And we are sure that we can find policies that do all three to triple your bang for your buck. It's just smart business practice to think of the triple bottom line. In this era of volatile energy prices, this reduces your risk by thinking more efficiently. Also, in the age of new carbon regulations, it just makes sense to avoid carbon and be thinking about efficiency first and then renewables. So there's a lot that we can propose. State government has an essential role to play in business. They can level the playing field so that sustainable practices can compete equally with traditional practices. They can also provide models for how the private sector can work. So we expect government to set the example of how we can work in private industry. And government also has the ability to set up the infrastructure for clean energy, for mass transit, and for small business development. As a nonprofit organization, the Alliance for Sustainable Colorado could not hold this legislative briefing without the support and donations of individuals and organizations. So thank you to those who have supported us in the past. I would like to thank the sponsors for this morning's briefing. Business associations who are part of the CASBA network have helped us with this briefing. The Boulder Green Building Guild, is anyone here from BGBG? And if you're a member, you can say that proudly too. How about the Colorado Association for Recycling? the Colorado Renewable Energy Society. All right. CORE, Connected Organizations for a Responsible Economy. Thanks for coming. The Colorado Solar Energy Industries Association. Denver's Office of Economic Development, the Greener Denver Business Program. Yay. The Outdoor Industry Association. And Catamount Institute in Colorado Springs, which has just initiated the Pikes Peak Sustainable Business Network. You made it. Thanks for coming up. And the U.S. Green Building Council, Colorado chapter. I want to thank them for sponsoring this briefing. Information about the sponsors is available outside the room. And if you'd like to hear from the Alliance for Sustainable Colorado as it monitors sustainable business policies this session, please make sure you signed in today. And then if you'd like to leave a donation, you can do that on the way out of the room, or you can pick up an envelope and then mail it back to us later. For the next hour, you'll hear about and be invited to offer suggestions of how economic development in Colorado can be leveraged by investing strategically in areas that also promote a sustainable economy. First, we'll hear from Andre Pettigrew. Andre is the Executive Director of the City of Denver's Office of Economic Development. We'll hear about his local government initiatives to create green jobs as part of Denver's involvement in the Climate Prosperity Project. Then we are fortunate to hear from Speaker of the House, Terrence Carroll. He will be talking about the new Legislative Committee on Job Creation and Economic Growth, and they are ready to hear our ideas. After that, we will have a question and answer period where you will have the chance to speak up with your policy ideas and your questions. If you would like to speak, we will ask that you sign up on the speaking list, which is out on the table outside the room. We're worried that we won't have enough time for everyone to speak, so we are doing a sign-up sheet, and it'll be 1 minute per speaker. But that'll give you a chance or a forum to be able to do that. When Governor Ritter arrives, he will be speaking about how the development of green jobs and sustainable business practices fit very nicely into the new energy economy vision that we have for Colorado. And once we adjourn from the old Supreme Court chambers this morning, we'll ask you to go find your representative or senator's office, make an appointment to visit with them, and then talk to them about sustainable business practices that you've heard here that you would like to promote. You're also welcome to sit in the balconies in the lobby of, in the balconies of the House and the Senate chambers to hear the action that's going on there. So thank you for coming today, and please leave with the knowledge that because you're here, you're already making a difference, and so just keep it up. Take this and keep moving forward. Now I'd like to introduce Andre Pettigrew, the Executive Director of the City of Denver's Office of Economic Development.